Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? This is Dorothy, and this is Dorothy's Mama's Kitchen. So, today I'm going to show you how I make this my okpo soup. Well, I went to the store, I got this very fresh goat meat without skin, and I just wanted to use it to make my okpo soup. I noticed that the meat was so soft. Maybe it's a baby goat that they brought to the store. So, I noticed it was so soft. So, I didn't feel like boiling it like I would have boiled my meat. So what I did was wash it, and then I seasoned it with habanero pepper and some onions, and then I put some seasoning and I mixed it all up. Once that was done, of course I put some fresh pepper too. I forgot that. And then once that was done, I placed this in a tray with a foil with parchment paper. I put the meat all over it, and then I put it in the oven and I left it there for about 40 minutes, just to dry it up and make it a little bit dry. So after 40 minutes, this is what I got. The meat is now kind of smoked, very nice, very, very nice, dry and, looking good. So this is what I'm going to use for my okpo soup. So what I do after that is pour my smoked catfish in the pot. I'm getting ready to cook now, and I added my chopped habanero pepper. I added my seasonings, and then I added my crayfish. And I'm going to mix this thoroughly, mix it very well, and allow everything to incorporate into the meat. And I'm going to add some water, and I'm going to boil. Remember, the fish, the meat has already been baked, so it's waiting on the side. So once this is ready and everything looks okay, I'm going to be adding the meat, but not just yet. So after mixing it up, I added some water, and I noticed that the water was not enough, and I'm going to add more water to this. Add all the water you need for this food. You don't want to keep adding water when you are cooking. So add all the water you need here, mix everything up, and then you cover the pot and let this boil. Let it boil and bring out the aroma from the food. And after about 10 minutes of boiling or cooking, I open the pot, and this is when I'm going to start the soup proper. So watch out for the next thing that I'm going to add in here. So after that, I added my palm oil. This palm oil is sleeping, like they will say in Nigeria. So I added some palm oil, and I'm going to let this cook again for a few minutes, just for the oil to cook on its own, just for it to cook. I mixed it up here, and I cover it and let it cook. While that is cooking, I brought out my okpo powder. This is the okpo, and I added some water, and I mixed it up. You don't want to pour it inside the soup directly. You have to mix it here and get the paste, and then you can add that paste to your soup, because if you add it directly, it may be lumpy. So mixing it first and putting it in here is the best idea and the best way to handle this. After putting it in there, I'm already mixing it. So you mix it thoroughly, mix it in. Guys, please pardon me. This channel is for children who are growing and who do not know or does not know about our type of local food. So most of the things I cook here is local food. And there goes my ogiri. When you're making your local soup, don't put too much ogiri. Put just a little, because if you put too much ogiri, it's going to make the soup bitter. So just put a little bit of ogiri, cover it, and let it cook for another 5 minutes. You really want everything to incorporate. And then that's when I added my smoked, this is smoked or baked goat meat. So I added everything in there, and I'm going to let it just cook for another 5 minutes, just to allow the goat meat to, get some seasonings in, though it was seasoned already. Now, this is my fresh frozen ora leaves. You have to really, really wash it, guys. I washed this thing with a lot of water for more than 5 times. I can't be showing you the video here, because when it's in the freezer, it comes out slimy somehow. So you have to wash everything out, wash with multiple water, and then you pour it inside your soup. If you want to chop up the leaves, you can, but I don't like chopping up the leaves. I just want the leaves there like that. So I put everything in there, and I am going to mix it thoroughly. Guys, this soup is coming up. The aroma is really fantastic. Everything is beautiful here. So you mix it up, mix it thoroughly. And if you notice that the soup is too thick for you, you can add some water. I actually added some water after mixing it here. Mix everything in, and you're going to allow the vegetable to cook. You don't want it to overcook itself. So once you get to this stage of mixing it At this point, you don't have to cook it for more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes, it's the max you can do that. So mix it in very well so that the vegetable gets into all the soup, gets in, because it's not a lot of vegetable here. And then you're going to cover this and just let it cook for just 5 minutes, guys. Just 5 minutes, and your soup will be ready. Guys, turn the stove off after the final mix, and then you just cover it and let it simmer for 5 minutes, and that's it. And that's how my Ora soup is made. Thank you so much for watching me today. I truly appreciate you. Until next time, it's ciao ciao, bon appetit, and see you later.